I wonder what would happen if I touched these two dissimilar metals together. In this video, I'm going to show you why you don't want to install copper pipe using metal plumbing straps, otherwise known as plumber's tape. These two metals touching each other in a plumbing system will lead to plumbing failure, not overnight, but over time. This metal strap will turn this copper pipe black. I've seen it many times, and here's some great examples to show you of what this will turn into when you touch it with this. Be sure to watch to the end of the video because I'm going to show you the correct fasteners that should have been used in the first place to prevent the pipe from turning black. All right, we're in the crawl space now, and we're looking for some copper pipe, and I see some right there, and it looks okay. It's got its original color, but I am seeing some strapping that doesn't look correct on the foundation wall right there. So the funny thing is I'm seeing approved fasteners for copper pipe, which are rubber coated hooks, and they're using those to fasten the galvanized steel strapping that you don't want. You can't make this shit up. It's just so off the wall. I don't know what they were thinking when they did this. Now look over to the left side of the screen, and you're going to notice some red fasteners holding some copper pipe. But if you look closely, the pipe is changing color. Let's keep on inspecting here and see what else we can find. And I see two more copper pipes right there. And yep, I'm seeing discoloration. So we started off with spots of black. Now we're getting more consistent solid black on the pipe. And the pipe's going in the opposite direction. So let's go follow that pipe and see what really happens here. So a little tip for all you home inspectors out there watching this video. When you're doing your plumbing inspections, you got to take a good look at the copper install. A lot of times you'll see a black pipe. Sometimes you might think, oh, is that a gas pipe? It's been my experience over the past 14 years of inspecting homes. Take a good look and look for the fasteners. That's going to tell you what's going on. If you spot any of this, touching any of this, make sure you write it up and tell them to get a complete plumbing inspection done by a licensed plumber. Okay, here's a continuation of that pipe we just looked at, and as you can see, it's turning blacker. And I'm seeing pitting. So right there, we're seeing some pitting. You see the bright blue color on the pipe. So that's probably going to turn into a pinhole leak. And then you have pipe failure. Moving on now, underneath the bathroom, I can see more black pipe. Yeah, this whole section right here is all black. 1, 2, 3 sections. Okay, moving on again. Let's right now it looks like we're under the laundry room. So as you can see, more black pipe. We got a correct hanger above there. I see the red hanger. And more black pipe going on top of that foundation wall. Oh, you see what I see? Let me get a closer view here. Right. Wait for it. Right there. Right there is another metal strap. So that makes two metal straps that we've seen in this plumbing system. Most of the other fasteners seem to be the correct ones. So it doesn't take a whole bunch of these. Only one or two can cause all this damage and pipe failure. This whole plumbing disaster could have been avoided if the installer knew what he was doing and used the correct approved fasteners. This entire copper plumbing system now needs to be replaced because the plumber chose to use this in a couple areas as opposed to using the correct fasteners. So right here is a copper strap, and in order to use this so you don't get galvanic corrosion... Wait, what? Galvanic corrosion? What's that? If copper pipes are in contact with dissimilar metals like galvanized straps, it can cause what's called electrolysis. This condition creates a small electrical circuit, kind of like a weak battery. Electrolysis can cause the surface to become discolored or black. You want to use a stainless steel, brass, or a coated screw. So this type of fastener is called a half clamp. It's plastic and it's a nail-in type. Just clip it right on the pipe like that. That's easy to do right there. So these are things qualified plumbers already know. I don't need to tell you guys that. Some plumbers do choose to use this, but they do it correctly, and that is they put a felt around the pipe in between the strap and the copper, and that felt protects the copper from the galvanic corrosion. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. So once again, copper pipe is not compatible with other metals. So there's other things in your crawl space or in your attic or in your walls that can cause this, such as touching galvanized pipe. A lot of times homeowners do a copper pipe upgrade and the plumber leaves the old galvanized pipe in place and then installs the new copper. And sometimes it touches each other. And guess what? The new copper is doomed to fail. Get your home inspected if you're buying a home. If you just had a plumbing upgrade, talk to your contractor and ask him exactly what he did and make sure he removed all of the old pipe if it was galvanized steel. Okay, here's a true story of me at an inspection one day. I showed up to a flipped house. I knew it was a flip before I showed up. But when I got there were still contractors doing some work, and they were doing plumbing work. And they were in the crawl space, like connecting pipe and finishing up whatever the hell they had to do. So I go in the crawl space while they're there because I was told they were doing a bunch of plumbing. And I was like, all right, let me get under there and check it out now while these guys are still there. So I see these guys installing copper pipe, and they were reusing the original metal strap. I saw them take it, unwind it, and then wrap it around the brand new copper they're putting. I go, whoa, what are you doing? And the guy's like, what? And I'm like, you can't put that on there. It's gonna destroy the pipe. And he kind of looked at me like he's scratching his head. I'm like, no, man, you can't do that. And they knew I was there as the inspector. So that was pretty interesting. And they wound up changing it because I was there. Now, if I hadn't been there, they'd have just wrapped it right up with the old stuff, wrapped the rack, and bam, they would have been done. So yeah, that shit happens all the time. And those were not licensed plumbers. That I can tell you.